Howdy folks, it's time to do a little something for the extremely old country stuff. It's just a sound, a tone that very few people use these days. But I'll tell you what, when I whip out this tone, pardon me while I whip this out, and yes, I have taught this before, but I always bring it back again because nobody searches the archives, which sucks for you. So here it is again. Again, for people with single coil guitars like this, okay, this is the Figa guitar with a bunch of crop circles that I have rehashed. Used to have a bunch of humbuckers in it, now it's got a bunch of single coils in it. Okay, and that is the key, one of the keys to this, okay, because we're going to be using the neck single coil. Humbuckers sound like garbage for this type of sound. So telly players, strat players, or anybody with a single coil in the neck position, you're going to be doing fine. And this is going to require that you pick, with your pick, yes, you must use a pick, at where the saddle and the string meet. Right there. Because it sounds amazing when you go to that pickup and play right there. And you want to play on the lowest strings humanly possible, so I like to use songs that are in A or E, so I have a chance to get that A and then utilize that open E string. Or if I've got a song in D and I'm already dropped down to D, that's also cool too. So the only thing, again, switch to the neck pickup and pick way back there. For you guys that have them poor old Telecaster bridges that are not modern, they're them old ashtray types, then you got to get in there and try to whatever. Sucks to be you, but if you have learned how to get in that little tiny space and try to play in there, I don't know how you do it, but more power to you. I find it impossible for myself. That's one of the reasons I don't use them, but the other reason is because it plays like a real guitar that way. You don't have to fight it. Okay, so again, that's the trick right there. Now let's show you how to do this. Again, you don't have to worry about the crop circle fret markers because I'm not teaching you licks. Okay, this here is actually one where I get live more applause than anything, and the licks I will play will be as crusty as, I'll leave that alone. Think of all the crusty things you've ever seen. Yeah, grandma in the bathtub with the old bag and the hose hanging down when you were back in the 60s. Yeah, there's a vision for you, for some of you old timers. Okay, let's get this down here on this axe, and let me axe you something. Oh God, I hate people say that, but I'll just leave the rest of that alone. Okay, again, I'm going to be picking and a grinning right back here at this area. Not here. Acoustically, you can hear a major difference. Sounds like crap, huh? But that's what we're going to need. I do have my Boss CS2 compressor currently turned on, which of course is a country thing, so Merry Christmas, turn it on. Only other thing is, keep everything up and turned up high so your guitar sounds good. That means you turn your treble on, turn your tone knobs on, turn your volume up, and let's get started. Again, we're going to be playing stuff from the old country. Okay, so if you were normally playing a lick that was basically a vocal line and you're emulating that, that's fine. That's great. That's awesome. And that's the way a whole lot of people did it back in the day. And it's really great. But people don't know why that it sounds so much better than that when Dr. Groovy does it. It's only because of what I just showed you. go to the neck pickup, fire it back up. Now if you're playing it in a normal position, it sounds really bad. Okay, same settings, nothing changed, but this, the words cutting through a mix are used 99.9% of the time wrong, incorrectly. Cutting through a mix is kind of a stupid thing to say, but this does it. I mean, hammer this thing hard, hammer it loud, be louder than the drums, be louder than the entire mix, because it's that cool. And people just go nuts over the simplest guitar licks. Go do it. You'll come back and say, holy cow, I tried it, and you were right, dude. Because the sound is astonishing. And it's just this. Again, the bad way. And now actually just picking. So it's, I mean, you're hitting the metal on the bridge saddles. I mean, that, as horrid and crusty as Grandma's old bag, she was an old bag. Oh, what a Baghdad had. Baghdad, okay. Anyway, so it is simply that, and it will bring them to their knees. I don't know what it is, but every time I do it, and never has it once failed, I will wait until the house is at its fullest to break out a solo that sounds like that. No fast, no double stop, no nothing. It's hit 'em with that, and that's your big solo of the night. It always has been. Kick it in with the tremolo. And right there, just as done earlier, the little single notes, like that. Probably only played once if you decide to do it. The rest of the time, the simpler the better. You know, something like that. You stick it in there one time and then don't forget to pull out. Another one, there was some guy on here on YouTube. He's becoming a famous picker, and he deserves it. He's a telly player for the most part, and he just ruined his sound completely. His tone was to die for on his telly, and he found a phase shifter, and now he leaves it on 100% of the time. I mean, hardcore leaves it on 100% of the time, and just destroyed his tone. Everybody's trying to tell him to shut that thing off, and I mean, he will never get picked up by anybody to go play on the road or become famous himself if he doesn't lose the phase shifter, or at least only turn it on during Lukenbach, Texas. That's it. You know, Waylon's the only one that can get away with that, and he's dead. So if you do use a phase shifter for this, maybe part of this, half of the solo. one note. People love to hear that last note. And here's another one that always gets them. Again, since I'm not teaching you licks. Okay, so my skills aren't up to par on that, but anyway, that's pretty much it. It's a groovy thing, it's an awesome thing, and there you go. So use it once during the night, and I told you so. Okay, you guys be awesome. Honestly, go try that out. Try it on your people, but don't forget, once again, to play it. Right there, it makes or breaks you if you play every single note on the bridge. Every single note. Don't let it get half an inch away from it, or it loses the reason you're there. Okay? Be groovy. I am. And see you soon. Bye.